Alright, ladies and gentlemen, got one from Esquire.com. Can you pass the ultimate Seinfeld trivia quiz? I do enjoy that show from time to time. Can answer all these questions, right then, yada yada yada. Okay, yeah. Admit it, you've always wanted to find a friend group like Jerry, Elaine, George, and Kramer. Well, I mean, Jerry's too much of a neat freak. Elaine, she's cool, George is a compulsive liar, and Kramer's at least got charisma. So, let's see what we got here. Seinfeld's often called the show about nothing. Ding! Yeah, I guess it looks like based on how everybody gives answers. According to Jerry and Elaine, how many dates are needed before you break with somebody face to face? 8. Or maybe it's 7. It almost feels like the game Would You Rather when you see the percentages. What neighborhood does Jerry live in? The Upper East Side. Crap! His apartment number 5A. In the ticket, what profession does Kramer lie about always wanting to become? A banker. It's like, yeah, because that was when it's like, oh, because Newman was trying to pressure him, like, you always wanted to be a banker. Who does George injure during a charity softball game? That was Betty Midler. Betty White, to my recollection, was never in the series. According to Elaine, which flavor of babka is the lesser babka? Chocolate. Damn it. New York Mets star made a cameo. That was Keith Hernandez. Finish the famous quote. Nice game, pretty boy. Fake name does George go by? Art Vandalay. Whoop, here we go. Okay, more spawned in. What is Elaine known for being really bad at? Dancing. That was terrible. What does the jacket look like? Yeah, it had the pink and white stripe lining. And it got ruined because he had to wear it the right way out in the snow. What does Jerry find in the pocket to prove his dry cleaner is wearing his clothing? It was a movie ticket. What does Jerry say when he sees his neighbor? Yeah, hello, Newman. How can anybody say go away, Newman? How... My gosh. Kramer's first name is Cosmo. And during the beginning part of the series, his last name was Kessler. But then they tried retconning it. What does George try to convince New Yankees manager Buck Showalter to do? Cotton uniforms. And oh, they're restrictive to the players. Main character does not appear in the first episode. Elaine. Who was the voice of George Steinbrenner? That was Larry David. When the pilot episode aired, July 5, 1989. Maybe not. How much does Kramer make? $7.50. A damn good chunk of change. Julia Louis-Dreyfus kept breaking character when Jerry Stiller yelled at her, "You want a piece of me?" Which character is considered the bizarro Jerry? Kevin. Because he had the inverted apartment. How does George's fiancée die? Licking envelopes. Who is Silvio? Jerry's landlord. Because he does not have... Oh, I thought it said butler, but... Yeah. Who coined the phrase yada yada yada? George. When did Elaine friggin' say that? Like, George was saying it because, like, of his girlfriend that he had there. Eventually, Elaine brought up yada 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 because, like, saying that she met this guy, they went out and had a bite to eat, she had the lobster bisque, they went back to her place, yada yada yada, she never heard from him again. Why does George get mad over the big salad? Yeah, it was all credit. Festivus celebrated December 23rd with the aluminum pole, airing grievances, and then the wrestling part. Kramer gets a new phone number. It's mistaken for, yeah, movie phone. TV show does Jerry wear the puffy shirt on? It was The Tonight Show. Or, no, well, no, I think it might have been The Today Show, because it was Al Roker. The game's George great at Frogger. You got the machine and it gets destroyed. Steals Kramer's cologne idea. I think it was Calvin Klein. Hopefully. While viewing an operation, they accidentally drop a Junior Mint. They're delicious. Name of the group's movie rental place. I think Champagne Video. I don't know. Kramer suspected of being which serial killer? Yeah, Scranton Strangler. Or the smart... What the fuck? A Chinese restaurant refuses to deliver to her. What does Elaine do? Yeah, it was... closet. Then the building owner thinks, oh, you must be the janitor. And you gotta go clean stuff up because children are putting shit in their mouths. The name of Kramer's rooster is Little Jerry. Cockfighting. Well, Jerry and George invest $2,500 in a company's stock that does what? Bocce balls. The name of the group's favorite place to eat. It's, Monk's Cafe. For some reason, I'm hearing the phone going off in the background. Elaine's idea to sell muffin tops. Mr. Lippman. Muffin Top Bakery called. Top of the muffin to you. Or is it top of the muffin to you? Why does Elaine miss a work trip to Kenya? Yeah, it was a poppy seed. They think she's on heroin. How does Jerry get his father impeached as president of his condo? Cadillac. Soup Nazi known for saying no soup for you. Penya's first name is Kenny. Uncle Leo Jeff. Where does Jeffrey? Oh, wait a minute. Where does Uncle Leo's son Jeffrey work? I remember Uncle Leo having a son. Like, Jerry, hello, Uncle Leo! The MTA? I guess not. What does Kramer use instead of shaving cream? Butter. Makes it smooth and the whole tricky thing. Lane once bid $20,000 at an auction for what? JFK's golf clubs. What did Kramer purchase at the mall before forgetting where he parked his car? It was an air conditioner, a big box. Famous athlete did Kramer claim to see dunking his donut in coffee? Joe DiMaggio. Embarrassing moment of George aired on TV during the U.S. Open. I think it'll, his ice cream. Yeah. The name of the man Elaine dated who shares the name with a serial killer, Joel Rifkin. Kramer has an idea to make a coffee table book about coffee tables. And it folds out. When Jerry meets a woman competing in Miss America pageant, what state is she representing? Oh, Rhode Island? Hopefully. Jerry takes a lie detector test about what? Melrose Place. Whenever Frank Costanza feels blood pressure, yeah, Serenity now! And eventually, Gucci Mama! Most of the episodes are based on what? Personal experiences. What image is hidden in the background of episodes? Superman. Jerry likes him. Who wrote the show's iconic theme song? Jonathan Wolfe. I think. I don't know. George based on Larry David. Jason Alexander just played for the role. Exterior shots. Is it really called? It's right there! Friend star also appeared. That was Courtney Cox. Jerry named his favorite shirt. Golden Boy. Jerry's favorite shirt falls apart. Who's his second favorite called? Baby Blue. Book does Jerry return late? It was, Tropic of Cancer. Famous NYC building does George say has magnificent facilities? Flatiron? Nope, Lincoln Central, okay. Elaine's nemesis, Sue Ellen. I think that's the brawlest one. His license plate, Assman! Because he accidentally gets it traded with a proctologist. Jerry hates people who own what? Ponies. George's job title with the New York Yankees, he was assistant to the traveling secretary. Which is kind of a surprise, he didn't really do much. What strange habit does George pick up from Elaine's boss? Snickers bar, fork and a knife. Oh, what do you guys use? Your hands? Kramer won on his gravestone. Man's best friend? No, best in show. Okay. Elaine almost ruined a piano recital. Spencer. Yay. George gets who fired? High school gym teacher because of the wedgie, and then that led to the book thing mentioned earlier. Baked good ruined Jerry's non-vomit streak. The black and white cookie. Elaine, IQ of 145. The name of the only episode George doesn't appear in, The Pen. They're down in Florida. Oh, like, return the pen. Oh, but I like the pen. And all that shit. According to George, what kind of tomatoes have eaten like apples? Hampton. Tomatoes. Condo where Jerry's parents lived in Boca Vista. And Jerry Stiller, he couldn't even pronounce the name properly. Like, he got messing up the line. Caused the airplane nosedive in the final episode. Yeah, Kramer. Of course. Finish Kramer call. Why does blank ask you for the phone number to buy when you buy batteries? Radio Shack. I have a feeling it's going to be 100 questions, but I don't mind. What was Jerry known to always keep in his apartment? Bananas. Horse cereal. Okay. George's parents are Frank and Estelle. Elaine tells Jerry is wrong with his body. Chicken with shoulder blades. How many seasons? 9. How many episodes? I think 180. Sweet. Character drove a fire truck. That was Kramer. What is Sid's job? Everyone's cars to the other side of the street. Deliver mail. Yeah. And George did that, and then the whole episode, like, involved the line saying, "These pretzels are making me thirsty!" Why does George break up with Alice? Annoying laugh. Or what? I hope, I think. Entourage star once just starred on the show, Adrian Grenier. Or Jeremy Piven. Frick. Soup Nazi banned George from having soup. He asked for bread. Bread, $2. What? No soup for you! Store hires Jerry to star in a commercial. Macy's. Or Leapin' Larry's. Which job did Jerry once have in an episode? He was a doorman. Bagel shop did Kramer work for? H&H Bagels. No bagel, no bagel, no bagel, no bagel, no bagel. And then strike heaven. Why does Kramer get discharged from the army? Classified. He's fired from the Yankees. Where does George go? Summer of George! What does George say he's doing part of Summer of George? Frisbee golf, shoot. What petty thing bothers Jerry about his girlfriend Jillian? Her hands. Man hands! Where does Elaine work? Pen Publishing. What kind of pasta does Jerry? It was Fusilli. Fusilli Jerry! During first and last episode, second button. Because they're in the prison cell at the end. It's like, oh yeah, we had this conversation before. Yeah, not bad. Pretty fun there.